All right. In our previous lesson, we were continuing with this equation. We are continuing with this equation, but allow me first of all revisit this question where we said that there is a watchtower. The question talked about a watchtower. Question talked about a watchtower, and from a watchtower there are two boats. The angle of depression to boat A is 30 degrees, and the angle of depression to boat B is 45 degrees. We are told that from boat 1 to boat B, or from boat A to boat B, they have a distance of 20 meters. Then from there, the angles of depression is 30 degrees, 45 degrees respectively. The angle of depression to boat A is 30 degrees. The angle of depression to boat B is 45 degrees. The two boats are 20 meters apart. So we diagrammatically tried to interpret the question, or interpreted the question as it should. We asked ourselves, because question A required the distance. Question A required the value of the height. We ask ourselves, from 30 degrees, which trigonometric ratio can we use? And we agreed that we should use tan. Why tan? Because there is an adjacent here, which is the subject of interest, which is the height, and there is x here, which is from the foot of the mountain to boat A, which is also the opposite. So we will use the adjacent and the opposite to get the value of height. That's why we say tan 30 should be given by opposite, which is x, over adjacent of 30 degrees, which is the height. Again, if we use 45, we are going to have tan 45 degrees equals to opposite, opposite, which is the opposite of 45 degrees. The whole 45 will be from F to B. Remember, we are in the ocean. From the foot of the tower to boat A to boat B. So the opposite of 45 degrees is x meters plus 20 meters. Here it is, over the adjacent. So these two ratios will give us the value of the height. But because height is our subject of interest, we make it the subject of the formula. In our previous video, we agreed that making it the subject of the formula is by multiplying both sides by h. That one and that one. Then we multiply both sides by h, or the height. So we are going to that one and that one cancel. So I want two new equations. This one being equation 1 and equation 2. So h, or height, tan 30 degrees is equals to equation 3, which is equals to x. Sorry, here there is equals to x is equation 3. Then equation 4 will be height tan 45 degrees equals to x plus 20. Equals to x plus 20. So in this case, these two equations, they can give us the value of x here. But again, we must make x the subject of the formula again here by putting the right terms together or eliminating 20 from this side. So allow me use this space first of all before I run. So in this case, our new equation will be height tan 30 degrees is equals to x, and the other one will be height tan 45 degrees minus 20. Minus 20 is equals to x. So both of these two equations are going to give us the value of x. So it means that equation 2 or equation 3 here, this is equation 3 and equation 4. Both equation 3 and equation 4, when equated, are going to give us the value of x. So when we equate equation 3 and equation 4, we are going to have the value of x. Equation 3 and equation 4 is going to give us the value of x. So there is no problem by when we say that equation 2 and equation 3 and equation 4 are the same. So allow me rub here so that we can use this space. I hope you are all following. Let me rub here. You can come here and say height tan 30 degrees equals to height tan 45 degrees minus 20, because both of them will give us the value of height. Help me with that book. Will give us the value of height. So in this case, the value of tan 30 here is going to be the value of tan 30. You're going to have 0.5774 height equals to the value of tan 45 is 1, of course. So we are going to have height, because this one is equals to 1. So you're going to have height minus 20. Put the right terms together. This is height. So lazima ikuje the other side. So we're going to have 0. Look at this. We have two heights. Right terms together. This height must go to the other side. So we are going to have 0.5774 height minus height equals to minus 20. Hello? Hope you are following. Then from here, when we subtract this one, of course, this one is going to be a negative. We are going to have 0.4226 height equals to negative 20. Then to get the value of height, we are going to have negative 0.4226 divided by, or 20 divided by 0.4226. These ones will cancel. So we are going to have the value of height. Remember, this one is negative. Negative and negative cancels each other and becomes positive. So when we divide here, the value of height is going to be 47.33 meters. The value of height is going to be 47.33 meters. I hope we have been able to obtain the value of the watch tower. Then question B required us to calculate the distance of boat B from the base of the watch tower. The distance of boat B. Question B required us to calculate. Remember, here we had A, we had B, here we had 20 meters. Then we had boat A here, and we had boat B there. Then we had height here, which we have obtained as 47.33. Then we have the foot here. So for us to get the value here, this is 30 degrees, and this one is 45 degrees. For us to get this value, we can just use this ratio. First of all, to get the value of FA, or the value of X here, so that we can add to 20 and get the value of the distance from F to B, or from the foot of the tower to B. So we are going to have tan 30 degrees equals to X, which is opposite. Remember, we agreed that tan 30 is given by opposite of our adjacent, which is 47.33. 47.33 degrees. We're talking about 47.33 degrees. To get the value of X here, we multiply both sides by 47.33. Both sides by 47.33. That one and that one cancels. So we are going to have tan 30 multiplied by 47.33 is going to be equals to X. tan 30 multiplied by, this is multiplication. That is multiplication. When both of them are multiplied, we are going to have it as value of x here is going to be 27.31 meters. So the value of FA here is 27.31 meters. So from the foot to boat A is 27, and we need the distance from the foot to boat B. From the foot to boat B, we are going to talk about total distance. Total distance, this is TD, will be FA from the foot to boat AB, or the value of x here, which is this, plus 20, which is going to be 27.31 plus 20, which is going to be 47.31 meter. 47.31 meter. That is the distance. That is the distance of from the tower, from the foot of the tower to boat A to boat B. That is the total distance. Remember, the question required calculate the distance of boat B from the base of the tower. This is the base of the tower. This is the distance of boat B. So we get the value, which is the value of x here is 27.31. Then the value here from A to B, we are already given that the distance between the two boats was 20 meters. So we took the value of x 27.31, we added 20 meters, we obtained 47.31 meters. So that is the way to get the values that were in the question, right from the height of the tower, which was 47.33, and the value of from the foot of the tower to boat B, which is 47.31. I hope you have been able to follow. I hope you have understood. And in case you have a query or a question, please put it in the comment section so that I can be able to handle it. Please be professional as we correct this or any mistake that might have occurred. Be professional. Then, allow me say that the two examples that I've given are just drops in the ocean. What you're supposed to understand that is that in trigonometry, the most important thing is interpreting correctly. When you interpret the statement correctly, you are able to understand and do it well. But if you fail to interpret the question correctly, you cannot answer the questions properly. So, my dear learner, my dear student, who is watching and following the series in this section, make sure that anytime you are answering a trigonometric question in terms of application or any other question that requires you to apply, interpret correctly. When you interpret it correctly, when you observe the key points, the key aspects, the key areas, you are going to get it correct. And if you don't get it correct, you are going to make a mistake in calculation, but not a mistake of misinterpretation. Otherwise, thank you very much. Let us meet in the next lesson as we learn more on application of trigonometric ratios. Remember, this is trigonometry 1. We will also do trigonometry 2 and also do trigonometry 3. Thank you very much and have a wonderful time as you think about the application in trigonometry. Thank you very much.